Hey Megan in Tucson, Arizona. Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and with the help of my GoPro camera, I'm going to show you how I cut prescription lens for your Michael Kors. This is model number 8006, the Meagan, they call it, in color 3010 in the 52 eye size. This is the very dark brown tortoise. You almost have to hold it up to the light to see the tortoise color. And then of course the snake skin. Don't worry, it's not real, you animal lovers, you vegetarians out there. Not that people eat snakes. So actually they do in Arizona, come to think of it. But no, that is not a real snake skin, that is faux, so don't feel bad about wearing it. But these are your demo lenses, one of which it says Michael Kors, so I'm going to pop these out. And we're going to cut prescription lenses with Crizal anti-glare to go in there. So I'm going to put your frame into the tracing element of my edger. And actually let's just go ahead and trace this, shall we? Let's see, start and go. No, I don't want to do that. I do want to do this. And trace. And a little stylus is going to pop up and it's going to trace the shape of the right lens before moving over and tracing the shape of the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy genuine, authentic Michael Kors frame and you will receive free, clear, single vision prescription or non-prescription fashion lenses if that's your thing. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you'll be reimbursed from this purchase. Now, you did pay the extra $40 to upgrade to the anti-glare coating, and that's all you're going to pay for. So let's go ahead and get your lenses prepped. Your right eye reads plus 75 minus 50, plus 75 minus 50 at 70. So we'll spin the axis wheel to 70. We are good there. I'm going to take your right lens out of its protective packet. It comes with a little laminate on the front of the lens to protect the lens from rubbing together during shipping while it's inside of the protective sleeve. I'm going to take that off. Let's go ahead and zero out my Marco 101 lensometer. We are good there. Put it on plus 75. Put your lens in, rotate it until the sphere power comes in clearly. Find the optical center of your lens. Check your astigmatism correction. Everything looks good there. And let's go ahead and put 3 dots on your lenses. And that is that. And let's mark this one right. Let's do the same thing now for your left lens, which reads plus 1 minus 75, plus 1 minus 75 at 130. Let's put that on 130. Open it up, take off the protective sleeve, the protective laminate. And am I already on 130? Yes, let's put the power drum on plus 1. Rotate the lens until the sphere power comes in clearly. Check your astigmatism correction. Everything looks good there. And let's go ahead and put 3 dots on your lenses. Darken these if I may, and let's label that one L for left. So let's come on back down here, grab everything, and I'm going to put your lens in. And let's see, your pupillary distance for your, what did I do with my stylus? What did I do with my stylus? I left it down here. So your pupillary distance for your right eye is 30. I'm going to program that into the computer. We're at 30. And this is a block. I like to call it Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need a double-sided adhesive sticker, which I've got here. In fact, let's go ahead and get 2 of them ready. The black side is the sticky side, so I'm going to stick that onto the block. That is the first one. Actually, that'll be the second one. This will be the first one. I'll pull the paper off and you can see the 3M on there. Now there's a little silver button on the back. That's a magnet. That's what's going to hold it in place right now. And the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, that gives me the optical center, and those 2 other black dots gives me a 180 meridian to make sure the lens is lined up perfectly and not rotated at all. Your lens has to go in there a certain way for you to see your best, and those 3 dots tell me that they're lined up perfectly. So let me get those in there. And hit that button. The block's going to come down and place the block, or the arm's going to come down and place the block onto your right lens. Let's do the same thing now for your left lens. Pull the paper off to make this side sticky. Put that in there and get everything lined up. Now your pupillary distance for your left eye, excuse me, is 31. So I'm going to go up to 31. Get those 3 dots lined up just perfectly. Hit the button, the arm comes down and places the block onto the left lens. Now the actual cutting wheel, now this is the actual edger. It costs $36,000 to $38,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy one, put it on your kitchen counter, then you won't need me anymore. The actual cutting wheel is on the inside. It's going to act like, it's over here on the far right, it's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your unbreakable lens material. This wheel in the center has the little channel, that valley. That's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel on the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now again, that magnet's going to go to work again because it's going to hold it in place into the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know the machine well enough to call it chuck. But I'm going to pull up the shape onto the computer, and I'm not going to polish the lens. I'm not going to put a bevel on the front surface, only a bevel on the back. These are polycarbonate lenses. That's what the PC stands for. And I'm going to hit the green arrow, which is start in every language. And as you will see, a little clamp shuts down onto the lens, and then the lens is going to move up, and it's going to be traced by 2 white styluses to make sure it's going to trace the shape of the lens to make sure it's large enough to fit. And then it's going to go around twice to make sure that it's to measure the thickness at every point to know exactly where to place the bevel so the lens fits best inside the frame. I could move the lens, the bevel forward or backwards so that it fits best inside the frame, but the machine knows exactly where to place it for the best cosmetic fit so you have no edge thickness. Now if you notice, there is water running in the background, but polycarbonate cuts dry, where plastic and high-index plastic cut wet. The water is only running to collect dust as it comes off the cutting wheel. So your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. It goes by the name from Essilor, one of the industry leaders in high-quality lenses. It goes by the name Airwear because your lenses are as light as air. But so your lenses are polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. They are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and has both UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sun protection for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours. Especially in Arizona, this is permanent and will never need to be reapplied. Now, you also have Crizal anti-glare. Anti-glare eliminates glare when it's 3 features in one. It eliminates glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights. The second feature is that it's an anti-reflection lens. This lens does not have the anti-glare coating, yours does. So you can see how the overhead fluorescent lights reflect off of this. So when it makes for much better eye contact. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses. And of course, the number one reason people get it, if you take a selfie or if someone else takes a picture with a flash, you won't see the flash lit up in the lens like you will on this one. And the third feature that I like is that it comes with, Crizal puts the hardest scratch coating of any lens, because the machine it takes to put on the anti-glare coating costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to apply. Dry your lens off here. So they put the hardest scratch coating that they can to protect the time and investment that they have. Now, I'm going to take your lens. Let's see if it fits first time around. I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner of the frame. Using my thumbs, I push down and it snaps into the frame easily. I'm going to put that in the left lens and hit the L button, which stands for not right. I think that's what L stands for. And hit start. Just like before, the door is going to close, the clamp is going to shut. And then again, the 2 white styluses are going to trace the shape of the lens to make sure it's large enough to fit into the frame. Going all the way around. And of course, measuring twice to measure the thickness at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel for the best cosmetic fit so that you have no edge thickness whatsoever. Just like this, you have no edge thickness whatsoever protruding from your frame. So And as soon as your left lens begins cutting, I'm going to go ahead and inspect the right lens. And that is that. So, let's go ahead and remove this block. It is no longer needed. Take that sticker off. Grab my flashlight. Now I want to darken the red dot that is there. We'll need that. So that is your optical center. That's where your pupil is going to be sitting. So I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 70. Put it in my dusty Marco 101 lensometer. And now is a good time for you to look and see how much dust is sitting on the top. And I'm getting plus 75. One step away from 1. Check your astigmatism correction. And we're at plus a quarter, which is 1 tick mark above 0. The way your prescription works, the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts at 0, which we in the business call Plano, which people in Texas call a city. Sorry, a little Texas humor there, since you're right next door. But it starts at 0 and goes up from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, and it goes up from there up to really 20 on here. But the average is about 3 or 4. But you need 3 steps of magnification for your right eye. Without your glasses on, everything is much too small. That is why there's a plus sign. Your lens is magnified 3 steps. Now there's a minus sign here because you need 2 steps of astigmatism correction. Now there is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. It's like saying someone has straight hair, someone else has curly hair. That is it. It is not a disease. It is not an affliction. Everyone calm down when they hear that word. This number magnifies, this number takes away fuzzy edges. Astigmatism is what makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So think of this as the fine-tune knob. On a scale from 0 to 180, which is a flat line, which you got a lot of desert there in Arizona, we're going to turn that knob to 70, starting at 0 on the left, and just before we get to 90, we're going to stop. That's where we turn that knob to make everything nice and clear. Now your left eye, you have 4 steps of magnification, but then we're going to back it down 3 steps to correct for your astigmatism, and we're going to turn that knob past 90 to about 130. So these first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. So let's go ahead, pull the left lens out, dry everything off, see if I can find your frame from where I left it at. There it is. Frame, why are you hiding from me? So let's go ahead and take the left lens. I'm going to tuck it in on this side here, and then using my thumbs push down the nose. It snaps in easily. Take this block off. It is no longer needed. Go back down here. I'm going to spin that fine-tune knob, which is the axis for the astigmatism, to 130, and put it in over that red dot. Check my powers, and I'm getting, your prescription is +1 minus 75 at 130. I'm getting +1. Hopefully you can see that. Check your astigmatism correction, and we're at +1/4. The way that works, imagine you had $1 and someone borrowed 75 cents. You would have 25 cents left over. 25 cents in the black. We are in the black 25 cents. If we win even more, we'd be in the red, which is down into the minuses. So that is that. Let's check your pupillary distance, which is 30 and 31, which is 61. I'm going to turn the card over, place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens at 0, and then when we measure on your left lens, we're getting 61 millimeters. So I couldn't make that any better if I made it myself. Wait, I did make this. Okay, this is the time in every video that I explain that when you get these in the mail, and there is free shipping anywhere in the US, but when you get these in the mail, there's a very small chance that these could be too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And I'm no exception. I'm part of that 80%, but I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, again, I'm part of that 80%. So I adjust my glasses where they sit level on me. They're just not level on the table. Flip them over, press down. There is no wobble. I close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, and they're not askew, and the same amount of tension on each spring hinge. Of course, I do want to show you your Michael Kors case, your Michael Kors cleaning cloth that you will get. And of course, I also provide you with instructions on not only how to care and clean your glasses, but your cleaning cloth and your case, so they will last you for years. So, Meagan in Tucson, Arizona, I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut prescription lenses with Crizal anti-glare for your Michael Kors 8006. Color 3010, 3010 in the 52 eye size, which is the dark tortoise with the snake skin on the back. Of course, you got the little Michael Kors emblem. Now, if anyone has any questions, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Meagan, I hope you enjoyed watching, and everyone else got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.